one's all about building trust within the workplace. I'm Heiser. So I kind of base this whole lesson off of Patrick Lencioni's book, The 5 Dysfunctions of a Team. And I think just to begin kind of going over this book is we have to look at absence of trust, which is the first dysfunction of the 5. And this is going to just kind of set the foundation of where you would end up wanting to be going through this whole model he presents to us, but we're only going to be training on trust. So objectives of this training, you're going to gain an understanding of kind of what that looks like with the absence of trust and kind of like a team with trust in it already. And then you're going to learn like the effects of it, how to overcome it, and what the role of the leader kind of should be. So getting an understanding of this, absence of trust stems from a team member's unwillingness to be vulnerable within the group. Team members who are not generally open with one another about their mistakes and weakness make it impossible to build a foundation for trust. So trust within the team. So when teammates are trusting each other, everyone's on the same page and they can rely on one another. They're able to overcome their need of invulnerability, so they're more open to one another and not afraid to try to hide things. And trust is, we kind of just spoke about earlier, the foundation of real teamwork. You can't really be a true cohesive team without that trust implemented. Some argue that it's the most critical part of building a team, having the trust. They admit their weaknesses, their concerns, their mistakes. And participants of great teams, they never hold back with one another, so it's all just open communication. You know one another more on a personal basis, and you're not gonna be concerned if like someone's judging you for doing something wrong, or if you're not as good as the person next to you in one area, you don't have to worry about, because you all trust each other, you're there to support each other and work together and work towards one common goal. So the effects of not having trust within a team, teams ultimately fail to achieve results that have been set. Unable to engage in open, constructive ideological conflict. So if there's conflict within that team, how are you going to overcome it if you can't trust one another to be on each other's team that you're all supposed to be on and work through those conflicts? It can end up with a separation of a team or just single members of it, and then failure on the part of the team members to understand and open up to one another. So if you don't have trust, you're going to fail at opening up and really just saying your feelings, or where you see improvement but you might be shy to like bring forward those concerns or whatnot, just because maybe not everyone understands you or you don't understand them. So overcoming absence of trust. Patrick Lencioni had a good quote in there I put up here: trust lies at the heart of a functioning, cohesive team. Without it, teamwork is all but impossible. The kind of trust that's characteristic of a great team requires team members to make themselves vulnerable to one another and be confident that their respective vulnerabilities will not be used against them. So I'll kind of just overview again of what we've just been talking about. So to overcome this trust, there's a couple of requirements, and not like these have to be done, like there's no like right or wrong way to do this. It's all kind of what your team works best with. So I mean, one good way to start building trust is just share experiences with one another, and just like maybe outside the workplace too, and just like see how others function in a different environment, and then just share an experience with them and just kind of get more of a personal level with them. Multiple instances of follow through and credibility. So if the person next to you, they're always following through what they're going to say, they're doing what they're supposed to be doing, achieving their responsibilities, they're going to gain credibility, and you know they're going to follow through for you or for the team. And overcoming this is just an in-depth understanding of the unique attributes of the team. So just knowing what the strengths and weaknesses of one team member is and the other can really help you understand one another and how people work within that team. And like, okay, I need finances done, let's go talk to Carrie, see if she can help me with this. Or I know Jim is very good at understanding like personal issues, and you can trust them, so you go to him. That is just one good way to know who you can go to and who does what great, who doesn't do things as well. So there's a few ways to overcome it. Now there's like some activities you can do to build trust. There's some like lower risk ones where you don't put yourself fully out there and expose yourself, and then the personality behavioral one that's kind of more geared to kind of prying someone open to learn more about what's about them. So personal histories exercise, that's like the low risk one. It's pretty straightforward. You just share a few things about yourself, like your past history. And then team effectiveness exercises. That requires team members to identify single most important contributions about one another and their weakness. So that can be a little scary to do with others because you don't know what they're going to say about you. And then the personality behavior preferences. That was you that did the Myers-Briggs? Yep. So you know all about that. And then the 360-degree feedback. That's just kind of getting feedback from all your peers or everyone kind of within that team is going to provide some feedback on that. So we're going to do this small activity. Get in your groups, and we're just going to ask each other a couple questions. This is the most minimum way to start building trust. It's just breaking the surface. You're not really just going to fully trust one another, just asking like questions like this, which is one way to start getting to know each other so you can open up. And you can use these 3 questions, or you can just ask your own kind of question, but I just threw these up as examples. Go ahead.
Trust catch.
First of all, does anyone have like a unique or interesting challenge they experienced growing up that they just think class would like to know about them?
I was
Super interesting.
Wow. That's cool.
I was challenged.
Do you want to share?
Really?
Yeah.
We all just got a lot.
Yeah, cooler.
You don't want to share though? No?
Share what specifically?
Oh, I was just asking if anyone had like a unique or interesting challenge they'd like to share with class.
Oh.
I thought that's what you were just chuckling at. Anyway, so let's just go right into the role of the leader, kind of like building trust and what some things a leader could maybe do to start building trust within that team. So you don't just like say things and you become a leader. You tell people that they're not just going to follow you and think you're a leader. You gotta kind of have to be the first to set the example, and people hopefully follow your example. And so first, you just demonstrate vulnerability first within the team to your teammates, co-workers, and it's gotta be genuine. You can't just kind of fake it till you make it, or the whole team makes it. You really want to show that you want to be real with your team members, and that you're just as human as they are too. So there's no like disconnect between, is he really feeling this way or no, or she. So another thing is leaders should create like an environment that doesn't push in vulnerability. So you don't want to like force anyone to share, where they're more vulnerable in life or with like their emotions or skill deficiencies. So just make it more of a friendly environment and like more open, so people actually want to share instead of feel like they have to share and just go down. And that could just lead wrong things. So, and then requires that leaders take risks in front of the team, so that subordinates will take the same risk themselves. Kind of like the first one, just lead by example, not by words. So that is some of the things a leader can do to start building trust.